Well, hello, people of YouTube. It's Papa Drew. I got a story to tell you about what happened to us.
Fire. Fire!
You're not going to believe this. We were up in Acton, Soledad Canyon, Thousand Trails. We've been camping out there off and on for about a month.
What the hell? Wait here a minute. What in the hell is that damn noise? What?
Hey, how's it going?
Pull your damn pants up, boy!
I've been going back and forth every weekend. So last Saturday, we were up there having a great time. Sunday came. I decided I needed to go back because I have to go to work. Angie's a school teacher, so she can stay up there with Gabby. They can go swimming. They're going to have a blast, right? Not a problem. I jump in the car. I drive home Sunday. As soon as I get in the house, I get a phone call.
Flaming Mouse.
Yes, I'm looking for a friend of mine. Last name Jazz, first name Hugh.
Hold on, I'll check. Hugh Jazz. No, somebody check the men's room for a Hugh Jazz.
From Angie, and she's in a panic of something is really going on. So I ask her, well, what's going on? She says, we have 5 minutes to evacuate. There's a major fire up here. They've come by the RVs and told us that we need to get out.
Soledad fire burning near Agua Dulce and Santa Clarita has now grown to 1,100 acres.
And dozens of homes have been evacuated. Let's go to CBS 2's Greg Mills live at the command post with the latest this morning. Greg.
Good morning, Suzanne. And I can tell you I got some updated news for you. But first of all, you know what they think? This might have started by fireworks. No big surprise over the last few days from what we've seen, but it has really quieted down overnight. Very intense fire. Started Sunday afternoon, hot, dry. Winds 20 to 30 miles an hour quickly drove this Soledad fire through the canyons in this area around the 14 freeway.
She asked me, what do I take? Do we take the car, the cross track, or do we take the RV? You have 5 minutes to unhook, put in the slides, get all your important paperwork out of the RV, your registration, your IDs, your keys, your wallets, all of that stuff. Like, what do you take? I had all my filming equipment up there, my cameras and everything. And all of this is going on. Angie said the sky was completely orange. There was smoke starting to fill the campsite. They needed to get out. So we had a brief conversation of, you know what? Take the cross track, leave the RV. We have full insurance on the RV. Just let it sit there. Get out, get in the car and go. And thank God she did it that way, because the road that they made her go down was Angela's Crest Highway, which is a windy road, and it was getting late at night and it was getting dark, and there were a lot of people evacuating up there. So it was stop and go traffic all the way down the mountain. We're up in a big mountain. I'll roll in some footage of the fires and all that stuff. But it was really interesting to see what happened. Angie was really good. She grabbed all the recording equipment, my GoPros, my drone, all that good stuff. She forgot all the batteries. It was really interesting to see what the 10-year-old grabbed. She grabbed the pie. Like father, like daughter. She grabbed the apple pie, put that in the car to make sure that that was safe. And then she went back and grabbed her clothes and everything. Angie got everybody out of there, including the dog and the dog food and the leash and all that stuff in 5 minutes. She drove home. It took her about 3 hours to get home, to get through all the mess and get down the mountain and stuff. But, you know, we all have checklists of how to pack up the RV, right? Take our times, check the slides, check all the basement compartments, you know, check everything on the inside of the RV, make sure there's no water or anything that can fall down and stuff. But What we don't have a checklist is if we have to get out in the middle of the night because of a flood, a fire, an earthquake. What if you're living in your house? What do you take? In 5 minutes, what can you grab and get out? Can you even hook up your fifth wheel, your bumper pole, and get out in 5 minutes? I don't know. Can you put your slides in, clean up your living room? What kind of shape is your RV in? I mean, if you have to get out in 5 minutes or it's game over, do you think you could do it? Angie did it in 5 minutes, but we left the RV there, and she just grabbed stuff, threw it in bags, and ran to the car and got out of there. So we didn't have to mess with disconnecting of water and power and hoses and dumps, all that kind of. We didn't have to mess with any of that stuff. I mean, what I would do in that situation is I just pull everything into the center of the RV that's in the RV, put the slides in, go disconnect the water and the hose and the electrical, and probably just leave whatever's out on the campsite out in the campsite, because all that can be replaced, you know. As long as you have all your important documents and stuff, you could just do that. But it's real interesting. Write in the comments below what you would grab, and do you think you could evacuate your RV or your sticks and bricks, your condo, your house in 5 minutes and get all your essential paperwork and stuff and get out before a fire or maybe a tsunami? Let me know what you think. I'm curious. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know. And as always, this is Papa Drew. I love you, and I'll see you next time.